Hello, everybody.
Is he in?
Yes, Your Honor. Both parties are present.
All right, let's get this one on the record. At this time, the court's going to go ahead and call Lampasas County calls number 24 DC 23,471. This is in the 27th Judicial District Court of Lampasas County, Texas. And this is in the interest of Dietrich minor children, non-custodial party being Joshua R. Dietrich, custodial party being Cassandra Nicole Macera. And this matter before the court on a suit for affecting parent-child relationship, straight out SAPSR. Court will note that we've been operating under a temporary order since the first day of April. Both parties have previously been noticed and served. Both parties are present. The enlightenment is present. The court did appoint San Miguel to get information concerning possible criminal convictions in terms and conditions of probation and or parole and in those circumstances. So anyway, the court will note, understanding is everybody's present at this time. So I'll ask the state for an opening to tell the court what the state's requesting we do here today. And I ask the state to tell the court whether or not this is going to be a final or a further temporary order. And I'll also ask the ad litem for an opening to tell the court what she's discovered on behalf of her client and what she's requesting for in behalf of her clients at this time. So I'll start with you. Folks, I always start with the lawyers who tell me what we're going to be having a hearing about. At the end of the hearing, if either of you have specific closing statements or closing arguments you want to make, you can do so as your own pro se litigant, so long as it's relevant to what we're doing here today. So at this time, I'll let the state go ahead and proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state would like to finalize. I believe that's not going to probably happen today, Your Honor. Ms. San Miguel has some requests for you. I guess she'll need both requests and guidance.
Okay.
So, Your Honor, I'll defer to you on how you want to address that.
Right. Okay. And is the state requesting any type of modification of the temporary order we're already operating under?
No, Your Honor. While I do believe Ms. Dietrich, he may have private health insurance, which is different than what we're currently in, which is government medical. He was not present when we did our temporary order. I think we'll need more information about that just to make sure it's not actually subsidized or something like that. But I'm safe fine with the temporary order as is.
All right, thank you. All right, folks, let's go ahead and your opening at this time, then, Ms. San Miguel. Thank you.
Yes, Judge. So I was able to speak with both parents and what they both wanted and why. I did also pull the prior CPS case or cases, as well as the criminal case on Mr. Dietrich, and did confirm that he is currently on probation. He is testing on a monthly basis. However, I wasn't able to confirm what type of testing and if there's been any positive or negatives, if it was drug testing alone or alcohol testing alone or a combination of the two. But more importantly, I'm asking to reset the case, because I also spoke with the children, and the children relayed that they do not want any visitation of any kind. We went through all of the forms of supervised, unsupervised, phone calls, even letters, and they want no visitation whatsoever. And I do believe that the information is coming from them, and it's because of past abuse by the father is what they relayed. However, I was hoping to get to an agreement today, but we have no agreement. Because of that, then I would need the oldest, who is a teenager, to either testify in court or have both of the children do an in-camera, just an in-office meeting or Zoom meeting set up with you. So you can hear from the children as testimony. And I think we're all agreement to a reset. The issue is that further is that Mr. Dietrich has requested an in-person reset, which I don't have a problem with either way, whether it's Zoom or in person. I don't have an issue with that. However, Ms. Macera, and I advise that we are already set in Lampasas tomorrow. I'm already going to be there tomorrow, so we could possibly do it as soon as tomorrow. However, Ms. Macera is not available because she can't take off 2 days in a row. So I am requesting to either one of two things. If we do an in-person, that it's set out to give Ms. Macera time to attend. And then if it's by Zoom, then I don't have as much of an issue with the child testifying by Zoom, as I am a little concerned with the child testifying in person with
right now I
the
am
father
too.
there.
I'm sorry, I can't see the reason why this has to be live. I'll let him tell me why he wants it live. But it sounds
Right.
like it's just something
Yes.
it's highly inconvenient. I don't want to,
Right.
based on the
Yep.
information I'm getting, I may not want him anywhere near those kids. If I do it live, I may not let him anywhere near the courthouse. So again, it's
Right.
so
Yes, John.
so
And
we
it's going to be held at the jail. And so I think that's very intimidating for the child. And I wouldn't want the child to appear in a jail in person
okay.
with
So
the dad
they are
there.
still doing they're still doing hearings in Lampasas at the jail, correct?
Yes. And
Okay.
so, but I could go to the child's school and do a Zoom so that way he doesn't miss as much school, and then appear by Zoom would be
Right.
more convenient. Or to not appear in court at all with either, even the parents there, and just have visits with the children set up, or a Zoom visit, or in person, whichever you prefer, with just the kids.
Well, right now I'm looking at probably doing a Zoom in chambers thing with you and the kids being present for that, and not having them having to testify, because again they're still kids. Even though at 15 you think you're grown, you're not. Okay, nowhere near it. So yeah. So and again, I'll let him tell me why he feels like this needs to be live, other than yeah. Well, I'll let him explain the reasons why, but right now I'm not seeing it. So. Again, with that in mind, what else, Ms. San Miguel?
That's all I have, Your Honor.
All right, let's get some testimony from everybody. But again, I'm looking at making this a temporary order, and then I'm looking at making doing it in chambers. And again, I don't want currently the courthouse is closed in Lampasas, so all matters have been held over to jail. And I need to talk to you about that, Ms. San Miguel. I need to find out some logistics about that for the court tomorrow. But that's so totally separate and apart from this case. It doesn't have anything to do with this case, but I want to talk to you before you get out of here on that. Anyway, I'll go ahead and swear the parties in. I will get elicit testimony, and I'll see about allowing the kids to come in and testify and setting that all up. And again, when they're 15, I almost give them absolute rights as to how their schedule should be done. Again, the other child, I think, is only 10 this year. He's 10 now. He's going to be 11 this year. So but we'll see about that also. But
Judge,
Mr. Dietrich, I'll address you in a moment, sir. Thank you. Anyway, let's go ahead and get some testimony. Let's get everybody under oath, and we're going to take it from there. So at this time, Mr. Dietrich, ma'am, how do you pronounce your last name?
Miss
Pardon?
Sarah.
Sarah. Okay. Mr. Dietrich, turn on the video. Ms. Sarah, raise your right hand, please. Thank you. And Mr. Dietrich, turn on the video and raise your right hand, sir. All right. Thank you, sir. Do you both solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give this court today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
yes, sir.
Sure.
All right. You're both officially under oath. I'm going to go ahead and let the state call you as witnesses. And then at the end of the hearing, sir, or after you complete your testimony, I will let you add anything else you think I need to know based, and again, this is not going to be a final order. This is looking at making this a temporary order. But I'll allow you to tell the court anything else you think I need to know based on what you think is in your kid's best interest, and based on your circumstances as your own legal rep in this matter. So at this time, I'll go ahead and let the state call your first witness, and we'll take it from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And just to be clear, you want me to go over like everything in the temporary order that we did previously, or
I need to go over anything you're asking me to change in the temporary order. They should already know about what's in the current temporary order. If you want to remind them, go ahead and do so, sir. Thank you.
well, I'm not asking for anything to be changed at this moment, Your Honor, but I'll go through it with them. State calls Cassandra Masera. What is your full name?
Cassandra Nicole Masera.
And what are the full names of the children in this case?
Joshua Ryan Dietrich II and Adlin Sue Dietrich.
All right. So when was Joshua Dietrich II born?
He was born August 30th, 2010.
So how old is he?
He's 14.
And so when was Adeline born?
She was born September 8th, 2014.
So how old is she?
She's 10.
All right. Do you have access to private health insurance for the children?
I do not at this time.
What health insurance is the children currently on?
They're currently not on health insurance.
Do you have access to private dental insurance for the
I do
child?
not.
Do you understand that the temporary order that was done back in April, it had you being ordered to provide health insurance through government medical?
Yes, and I applied twice for it.
And do you agree with the court continuing that?
Yes.
All right. And do you agree with Mr. Dietrich repaying for that government medical cash medical support of $87 each month beginning the first day of May 2025?
Yes.
All right. And do you agree to the current child support that's in the temporary order of $408 each month beginning May 1st, 2025?
Yes.
And do you understand that when one of the children emancipates, that current child support would go down to $326?
Yes.
And do you agree as to the retroactive child support that was done in the temporary order, total amount of $7,740 as of April 1st, 2025?
Yes.
And do you agree that, of that repayment amount of $89 to repay that full amount, $89 each month beginning May 1st, 2025?
Yes.
And you understand that retroactive support, it's for the period between April 22nd, 2020 and April 1st, 2025?
Yes.
And you understand that as each child emancipates, that retroactive repayment would go up from the 89 to the 171 and then 497?
Yes.
And do you agree with the court ordering no retroactive medical or dental support?
Say that again?
Do you agree with the court not ordering any retroactive medical or dental support?
Yes.
And do you agree with the court continuing its finding of non-disclosure for you that was in the temporary order?
Yes.
Do you have any safety concerns of Mr. Dietrich?
Mr. Dietrich, yes.
Has he ever physically abused?
Mr. Welch, you don't have to go into details of what's in the temporary order.
Oh,
Just
all right.
they understand that they're still there. So yeah, if we already granted non-disclosure, then yeah, yeah, we're good. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And you're also good with the finding of family violence against Mr. Dietrich that's in temporary order as well.
Yes.
Do you know what Mr. Dietrich's? Well, actually, Your Honor, pass the witness.
All right, thank you very much. Your witness, Ms. Sandegale, thank you.
When's the last time you had contact with Mr. Dietrich?
Last summer I ran into him in Walmart.
Okay. And was there any concern with that contact, that interaction?
Yes. I was standing at the self-checkout with Adlin and Joshua when he approached us kind of aggressively, and he almost hit Joshua with a shopping cart.
Okay. And then are you also aware of any events that happened at Mr. Dietrich's residence?
Recent events, yes.
All right,
Okay.
ma'am, here's the deal. You can only testify that what you are not witness to, not from what someone else told you other than Mr. Dietrich. Thank you.
Is there any reason that, given the events, that you would fear for safety or have any concerns for the children if they were to go to Mr. Dietrich's residence?
Yes.
Okay. And what are those concerns?
Just past physical abuse towards the kids, and there was an outcry for sexual abuse towards Adlin and also his stepdaughter, Angelina.
Okay. And do you have any information in regards to the children and their wanting to visit their dad or not visit?
Both kids have expressed to me that they do not want to have any kind of visitation or contact with their father.
Okay. Nothing further.
All right, anything on redirect, Mr. Welch?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then, ma'am, I'll be back in just a moment to allow you to make any type of closing statement or any other information you think the court needs to know. Because, again, you're your own lawyer, so you get to do that. And the same with him. So at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and let the state call your next witness, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. State calls Joshua Ryan Dietrich.
All right, Mr. Dietrich, state your full name for the record, sir.
Joshua Ryan Dietrich.
All right, sir. Let's start with the simpler things. So do you have access to private health insurance for the children?
I would if I signed them up this year in November, yes.
All right. And so what's the name of this health insurance?
It's from Marketplace, Baylor, Scott and White.
All right. And how much would it cost for just these two children here to be on it?
I think it's like $10 a person. It's what I'm paying for myself now. No, I think it's more like actually 40 a month.
So, so you think it's about 40 per month for both children?
It might be a little more than that. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it.
All right. What about private dental?
Again, another thing I would have to look into, sir.
So you don't know?
I'm not sure what private dental costs.
I mean, well, I guess my question, sir, to clarify was you do have access to private dental insurance for the children.
Everybody in the United States does, yes.
Sir, I'm asking what you think, sir. Yes or no?
The question is, sir, do you have current access to it?
No,
Okay.
can't
Thank
afford my own dental.
All right. Next question, Mr.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
So in the current temporary order, sir, the children are currently on government medical through Miss Masira. Are you okay with that being continued?
I mean, they need medical, yes, so I'm okay with them being on
All right.
medical assistance.
And do you understand that there's that to repay for that, there's a cash medical support of $87 each month beginning the first day of May 2025?
Yes, I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm unable to work right now. I'm
right.
disabled.
Sir, we'll get to it. Do you agree or disagree with the current child support that was set in the temporary order of $408 each month beginning the first day of May 2025?
I disagree with that. I have no
All right. So
way of making payments. I'm in the process of Social Security disability.
I'll ask you why, but you gotta just answer the question. Then I'll ask for explanation.
All right.
Why do you disagree, sir?
Because I am unable to work at the time and I was in the process of applying for disability so that I can pay. I was under the impression my children would get a check too.
All right. So are you currently receiving SSI or SSDI?
No, sir.
Do you have a doctor who can testify as to any disabilities?
I have multiple doctors.
Right now, that can testify right now.
Not right now as we speak, but I would have to get a hold of my doctors to have proof of medical disabilities, yes.
So if the court resets this case for another day, could you have a doctor testify for you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, here's the deal, sir. I'll let you know up front. Doctors don't usually don't testify without subpoenas, and they still might not show up to testify. Get a physician to come in and testify, sir. That's great, but I want to let you know that's been very, very. I think I hadn't had a doctor testify before me in 5 years. I'm sorry, more than 5 years ago. 5 years ago was COVID, so since before COVID. Thank you.
All right.
I have signed documentation of disability
Here's the deal,
that
sir.
I sent you in a form of.
Here's the deal, sir. Documentation is what's called hearsay. Someone has to come in and prove that hearsay up, and it has to be the person that actually did the documentation. So anything you bring in is signed by somebody that's still not going to be good enough to be admitted in the court of law as evidence. You got to either have them show up and testify to it, or do the necessary paperwork that will be allowed it to be entered into evidence in its written form. And again, I know you're not a lawyer, but if you're going to represent yourself, you're held to the same standard if you were counsel, and you would have to get the necessary affidavits attached to make that admissible, sir. But I can let you know that much, but I can't tell you anything else, sir. Thank you.
All right, sir. Let's move on.
Okay, real quick, sir. I got a quick, sir. Do you have a lawyer representing you on this disability claim, sir?
No, sir. I'm in the process of looking for lawyers, sir.
All right. Have you already been denied by the Social Security Administration for disability?
Yes, twice, sir.
All right. When's the last time you got your last denial?
2024 in May.
Okay, so you got to start the process all over again and get another denial, and you got 30 days to get that appeal, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. You may proceed, Mr. Welch. You may proceed. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. So in the temporary order, sir, do you understand that retroactive child support, a total amount of $7,740 as of April 1st, 2025 is ordered?
So how that much money can?
But sir, do you understand or do you not?
No, I don't understand how that kind of money is already amounted in that little time.
Sir,
And I haven't even seen my kids in 2 years.
Sir. So it's for the period of April 22nd, 2020 to April 1st, 2025, sir. Support that you should have given, but it wasn't ordered previously. All right. Now, do you agree to that amount and a repayment of $89 each month?
Mr. Welch, I've already found that. So again, he doesn't have to agree to it. You can go ahead and ask him that, and I'm pretty sure I know what the answers are going to be, but it's already been ordered, so you may proceed.
Well, Your Honor, if it's not necessary, then I'll just move on.
Sir, the court's already found that you should have paid child support during that time frame, sir, based on the fact that you are not disabled during that time frame by the federal government, and that because you weren't disabled, Texas has what's called the minimum wage presumption. If you're not disabled, you could be working 40 hours a week at minimum wage, and that's what that amount's based on, sir. And until you get disabled, that's what the law requires me to do, sir. I'll let you know that one on top, but you may proceed at this time, Mr. Wilson.
And me and Miss Macera are not divorced, and we have not been separated for that long, so I don't know why.
Well, here's the deal,
it's
sir.
going back so far.
Here's the deal, sir. I already had a hearing on it. I've already ruled on it. If you were here and didn't object to it, that's fine. That's one thing. If you weren't here and it was going to default, that's another. But for right now, sir, that's the order of this court.
Well, we're going into default.
All right, sir. Let's move on.
Was the last hearing a default hearing, Mr. Welch?
Yes, Your Honor. We default,
Okay.
sir.
All right, also. Go ahead and proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have you ever been a member of the military or police, firefighter? Think heroic.
No, sir.
All right. And so the court understands, Your Honor, you did court costs as billed.
All right, that's still the ruling of the court. Thank you.
And then, all right, sir. Pretty much the last thing from me is non-disclosure. Do you know what that means?
Yes.
All right. So do you want non-disclosure?
Yes, I'd like non-disclosure.
Why do you want it?
So that nobody knows my business.
Sir,
That's his answer, Mr. Welch. Move on.
yes, Your Honor. Pass the witness.
All right, any other witnesses at this time? I'm sorry, your witness, Miss San Miguel. Thank you.
Mr. Dietrich, are you asking to carry the children on the marketplace insurance?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you want the children to remain on Medicaid, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. I'm unable to make money at the moment.
Okay, and to the best of your knowledge, is the Medicaid based off of your income or Miss Macera's income?
I have no clue. Under my knowledge, I'm unaware of any income or addresses.
So
I
you
have
never
no
applied
idea
for
where the
Medicaid?
children even reside.
Okay. And what are you asking the court for in regards to visitation?
As far as visitation, I would like to have at least phone calls until we can lead to meeting up at a Dairy Queen and having a burger. I mean, it's been 2 years since I've seen them. They've had 2 years of manipulation. It would be nice to be able to just at least talk to them on the phone.
Do you understand that the children have requested no contact?
Yeah, and it'd be nice to have a chance to talk to my children alone with a lawyer present or somebody else present to be able to have a conversation where their mother hasn't manipulated them.
Okay. And in regards to that, what about a counselor? Would you be willing to meet with a counselor in regards to the children?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel the children would benefit from having a counselor?
Possibly.
Okay. And if you claim that you believe the children are manipulated, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the basis of your allegation?
I have not been around the children in 2 years, and I'm still getting the allegations and manipulation. I mean, my kids, I have videos of my kids wanting to see me and talk to me and tell me they miss me. As soon as their mother ended up getting the rest of her stuff and moved in with her new boyfriend, I had no, like, I got shut off. And then allegations came out, and I feel like it's a ply. She's weaponizing the system against me. She's weaponizing my children against me. It's a ploy.
How old are your videos?
Since the last time I've talked to my children, there are probably 2024 in April.
Okay, so you have had contact within the last 2 years then?
Brief contact, yes, ma'am. And
Okay.
as to collaborate with her story of running into them in Walmart, I drove behind them, followed them. Like, I guess we met up on 4th Street, and I came behind them at the light to go into Walmart, and I pulled in. They got out of their vehicle, they went in the store, and I showed up moments later, and I did not hit my child with the shopping cart. I actually approached them, I asked them about seeing them, and she automatically spouted it off, said, well, they don't want to see you. And I said, well, my children can tell me that. And my son kind of mumbled, "Oh, I guess,
Sir,
I
sir,
guess."
stop. Don't say anything someone else said. You can't testify to that, sir. That's hearsay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Anyways,
Would you be agreed if the court order that the children attend counseling?
I'll agree to that.
Okay, and since we can't have hearsay or what the kids say or what anyone else says, if the children were set up with counseling and if the counselor wanted to have sessions with you or have sessions with you and the children, would you be willing to attend?
I'm willing.
Thank you. No further questions.
All right, sir. Real quick, how many have you ever had? I'm sorry. Have you ever been criminally convicted of any misdemeanors or felonies in the state of Texas, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's start with felonies. What have you been convicted of, sir?
I have a felony for, I guess, convicted family violence.
And when was that from? Time frame?
2023, October 23rd.
All right. And was it involving the parties in this case?
My stepdaughter, sir.
All right. Any other convictions, sir?
No, sir.
All right. No felony or misdemeanor convictions.
No, sir.
All right. And the one felony conviction, was that out of Lampasas County?
Yeah, and it's adjudicated.
It's deferred.
Deferred, yeah.
All right. And that was done by Judge Gant.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah. I'm sorry. You may proceed at this time, Mr. San Miguel. Thank you.
Mr. Dietrich, how many misdemeanor convictions do you have?
I'm not quite sure. I'd have to have my own record, and I don't have that information.
What are the type of charges you've been arrested for?
For her mommy and daddy cries, I've had maybe.
What's the name of the criminal charge?
What are you getting at here?
Do you have any
Sir,
assault charges?
Pardon?
Do you have any assault charges? Do you have anything that involves violence? If you being violent, that would cause a concern or safety
Are you
risk
guys
for children?
weaponizing my past against me? Is
I'm
that what this
asking-
is here?
Stop. Here's the deal, sir. You don't get to ask questions back of the attorney. You're the witness. She asks questions. You answer the questions, and you answer them truthfully to the best of your knowledge, sir. You don't get to say why she's asking it, because the bottom line, she's the children's attorney. She can ask questions of whether or not you have any criminal convictions. That's relevant, sir. So stop trying to say everybody's weaponizing everything against you, and just answer the question. If you don't know the answer, say you don't know. But obviously, if you've been convicted, you should know.
I don't know.
Okay. Since do you know if if you have convictions of more than 5 or less than 5?
I've had no convictions to my knowledge.
You don't have any arrests for assault?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then why would the affidavit in the CPS case outline several different charges for assault?
Because I've had calls to my estate.
Okay. And have they been family violence connected?
Yes, outcries.
And have they involved the mother of the children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have they involved the children themselves?
Not up until the last call that has ever happened.
Okay. But you claim you have no, you have arrests, but you don't have convictions for assault or assault family violence?
As far as I know.
Okay. And then what other types of misdemeanors you have? You said you couldn't recall. Is there anything involving drugs or alcohol?
I might have had a DWI in 2021.
Okay. Do you have any restrictions from the DWI?
No, ma'am. That was also deferred.
Okay. Thank you. And has there been any recent events at your house that would cause a safety concern for the children being at your residence?
Not at my house. No, ma'am.
Okay. On the property that you live?
We did have an incident in the 2 years that I haven't seen my kids. Yes, unfortunately, yesterday, out of 2 years, we had my nephew who escaped, and we haven't seen in 2 years, showed up at my mom's house and had the police chase him, and it's irrelevant.
So we're only talking about an
Wait.
incident that actually involved
And
you.
that was not my residence. That was my parents who live
Okay. Again, sir,
in
we're
a
looking at
different
incidents
household.
we're looking at incidents that involve you as the person that that initiated the incident, sir.
No, none of that involved me.
Okay. On your property, was there a shootout?
No, ma'am.
Was property damaged in regards to gunshots?
Not my property, and no, there was no gunshots.
Okay. Was your parents' home damaged?
Yes.
Okay. And then this standoff with the police, this individual, was that person also an accused person who that was alleged to have hurt the children as well in the past?
Under my knowledge, no, ma'am. What are you getting at here?
Sir, sir, you answered the question, sir. That's it. Don't ask questions again. It's not your purview to do so, sir. You're a witness, not an attorney. Thank you.
My question, Mr. Dietrich, is the same person that was in the police standoff that yesterday, is that same person, that same name, also mentioned in the affidavit with allegations in which your children were briefly removed?
I'm not sure I'm understanding the question here.
Do you recall any allegations where Nathan Dietrich was named as a abuser of the children?
I'm not sure where you're going with this, but I don't know his
Just answer the
business.
question. I'm not. It doesn't matter where I'm going with it. I can explain that later. But
Okay, I don't know his business, and Cassandra and I were together when all that happened. So what is all this? Like, what is all this?
Okay, let's stop arguing with the attorney, sir. If you don't, I'm going.
Where are you going with this? Like, you're going around in circles.
Okay, sir, I'm getting ready to kick you out of the hearing. You understood? Stop asking questions about why someone's asking you questions. You're not allowed to do that, sir. You're a witness. Lawyers get to ask witnesses questions. If you, so it sounds like the ad litem is alleging that this is the same gentleman that's been in other affidavits. That the incident happened yesterday is also someone who's been responsible for incidences surrounding your children. So again, listen to the question, answer the question, and stop your answer once you've answered it completely, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Dietrich, do you own the property?
No,
The
ma'am.
property that you reside on. Okay. So you don't have any control over who comes and goes from that property, correct?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Who owns the property?
My parents.
Okay. So do you understand the concern that someone who is in a who was in a shooting 2 days before, yesterday, in a police standoff on the property that you reside on is the same property that you're requesting to have the children come visit you at? Do you understand that to be a concern of mine?
Yes.
Do you understand that there is a concern that the same
There's no
person?
concern no more. The person is gone. He's going to jail. We all know that.
Okay.
All right, let's move on, Mr. San Miguel. Thank you.
Okay. No further questions.
All right, anything on redirect, Mr. Welch?
Just one question, Your Honor. Mr. Dietrich, how many children besides the two children in this case do you have? Biologically yours or adopted?
Biologically mine. Does it count my stepchildren? Altogether, I had 7.
No, sir. Stepchildren don't count. We're talking about biological children or adopted children only.
Oh, I have the 2 children with Miss Massera, Joshua and Adlin. And then I'm having a new baby born in November, Miss Camry.
Any others?
That's it. Just 3 biological children that I know of.
All right. That's it, Your Honor.
All right, any other witnesses at this time, Mr. Welch?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. San Miguel, any specific witnesses you wish to call at this time or recall, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Dietrich, you still there, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Dietrich, one of the issues before the court is, I understand you're requesting the court to do a live hearing, and the court's failing to see the need to do this live based on the current circumstances of the courthouse facilities at Land Passes and the fact that under Texas law, we're allowed to do this on Zoom. So, sir, why should the court go ahead and try to do anything as far as a live docket hearing is concerned this matter is necessary?
It's easier to present evidence and things. I might need some time to get a lawyer too.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir, you're going to have the right to get a lawyer, and we're not looking at it coming back in this one. Mr. Welch, how far out we're looking at doing this?
I mean, I'll defer to you, Your Honor. I mean, I don't.
I'll defer to that latter. How much? Obviously, this thing is very, very fluid based on the last 4 or 5 days, ma'am. So, how long are you looking at going forward before you're ready to go for a final hearing, ma'am? And again, I'm still looking at making this a Zoom. I'm not looking about making this live. This doesn't seem like it's appropriate to do live. And the father is right. He can hire a lawyer to put in evidence for him. Otherwise, he's going to have to learn how to do it himself. And we know how that works out for lay people trying to enter evidence in the courts with the Texas rules of civil procedure and the Texas rules of evidence. So, and I probably couldn't do this until October anyway. Ms. San Miguel, what are you looking at, please?
I would defer to your schedule because the only thing that I need that I'm missing is to have an interview with the children, and so that would be would need to be set up. And other than that, any time is available.
All right, then. Well, definitely not doing this tomorrow is just not appropriate. It's just too much. It's not even 3 days notice. So let's go ahead and let me look at. I'll go ahead and listen to closing statements now, closing arguments from the lawyers, then closing statements and closing arguments from the parties. And then I'll let you know what my schedule looks like for the months of October, for the month of October on. So, but I'd like to try to wrap this up sometime in October. And I'm not sure. I don't think we have another docket set for this for the next 2 or 3 months for Land Passes anyway. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to look at doing here as far as October is concerned and everything else. But at this time, I'll go ahead and allow Ms. San Miguel. Is there anything else? I'm going to go ahead and allow closing statements and closing arguments from the lawyers and then from the parties. Thank you.
Your Honor, the only thing that I'm asking for as additional temporary is that the child be ordered to attend counseling. In that, I spoke with the youngest in particular who asked for counseling, or she referred to it as therapy, and she said that she wanted to go back to her last therapist, that it's been several years since she's been, and that she wanted to go again. And then given the allegations and the he said, she said, I think it would be in the best interest of all the parties. I mean, specifically for the children, but for everyone in general, if the child has a third party therapist before we return.
All right, then, Mr. Welch.
Your Honor, so the state is asking for no changes to what the temporary order does regarding the current child support, health insurance, and the cash medical support, and the retroactive child support, and I guess the denial of retroactive medical and dental. State is asking the court to continue that non-disclosure finding for Miss Sarah. State asks the court to rule upon Mr. Dietrich's request for non-disclosure. I have no position either way, Your Honor. State's fine with your court cost ruling as well. State defers to the court on all the other issues. And I guess, Your Honor, to address Mr. Dietrich's claims of disability, like I said, Your Honor, the state would require Mr. Dietrich to either be on SSI or SSDI to really convince me that, he is disabled, or to have some kind of doctor testify. As none of those are present, and he's already been denied twice, Your Honor. State asked for the court to keep that current child support, which was previously ordered, based off of gross monthly resources of $1,935 per month.
Where did those come from?
So,
Numbers
and the
come
current
from?
child support, Your Honor, is it's $408 each month, beginning the first day of May 2025, and that cash medical is $87 each month, beginning the first day of May 2025.
I'd like to know where those numbers came from.
Sir.
Well, here's the deal, sir. Those are the numbers that were at the last hearing where you didn't show up, and we're not going to relitigate that without any proper motions before the court, sir, to modify or change that around. Again, I know you're not a lawyer, but hey, those are the rules. So you may proceed, Mr. Welch. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I guess also to address about Mr. Dietrich's private health, perhaps, and dental. Like I said, Your Honor, you heard that he doesn't really know the cost of it. So while the state would prefer private health and dental through him, considering he doesn't know any of the costs and is willing to keep the child on the government medical, which is what's currently happening. Like I said, state's fine with keeping it on the government medical with that cash medical support. That's it, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. San Miguel.
I'm fine with the temporary orders as is, and like I said, the only additional temporary request is that I have that the child be entered into therapy with the last therapist, perhaps, and I think she still has Medicaid, so it still would be covered under Medicaid. So there shouldn't be an issue with payment. However, if there are any additional costs for any reason, that the two parties split the cost 50-50.
All right, then. I'm going to start with you, sir. Closing arguments, closing statements at this time. Thank you.
No, sir. No closing arguments.
Okay, Ms. Massera, anything else, ma'am?
No, sir, I don't have any at this time.
All right, folks. Obviously, I'm looking at keeping this as is, the temporary order again as is going forward. Again, this is only temporary, and we're looking at doing the final. Right now, I'm looking at, I have the afternoon available on October 16th at, and I'll let my sister confirm that there's nothing else on my calendar. Right now, I've got nothing else on my Zoom calendar for that afternoon. I got a morning hearing from 9:30 to 12 noon, so I've got 1:30 to 5 o'clock available for a final hearing on this matter. And at this time, I'm still looking at it on Zoom. I understand the father's request to make putting evidence in easier. Again, sir, the lay people don't know how to put in proper evidence. You need to seek legal counsel, or you got to learn how to do it yourself, sir. But right now, I do not see any reason to do so. I will grant in chambers, electronic in chambers with the children. I may set that up before this date, but I'll see. Ask Ms. San Miguel to confirm what would work for them as far as their school schedules are concerned. and set that up. And if nothing else, I will set them up by Zoom on that same date at 1:30. If that's all right with everybody, I'll let everybody check their schedules and and confirm that we can do this on a special setting at 1:30 on October 16th. I'm going to go ahead, like I say, keep everything as per the temp. And I'm going to go ahead and, like I say, order if the party, the child to go back into therapy if possible. And any uninsured medical is going to be split 50-50 concerning that circumstance. And I'm going to keep this on Zoom until unless there's another reason, unless the court finds a reason to do so after doing further investigation that it's necessary. But right now, I do not see it's necessary. It's just it'd just be a logistic inconvenience that is totally not necessary based on the circumstances the court has heard so far. At this time, Ms. San Miguel, obviously, I'm going to talk. I'll check with you, Ms. Becerra and Mr. Dietrich. I'm looking at doing a final on Zoom. You're the only hearing I'll have that afternoon on October 16th at 1:30. Does that work for each of you? And I'll start with you, Ms. San Miguel. If it doesn't work with you, it doesn't work for everybody. So,
Yes, Your Honor.
so is that date and time okay?
I will be 3 weeks out of surgery. I think if it's a Zoom, yeah, I think I'll be good.
All right. And Ms. San Miguel, that one works for you, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
I thought to make sure that was and Ms. Becerra?
Yes, sir. It works for me.
All right, then. That's what I'm looking at doing, folks. And again, I'm looking at setting the kids up on that same date if possible with San Miguel. If it turns out that that's going to be inconvenience for the school or something like that, just let me know and we'll set the kids up separate and apart. So again, I'm keeping the temporary order as is, resetting this for final on that date. Is there anything else, Mr. Welch, that I need to add at this time?
No, Your Honor. I guess just to make sure I understand. So final hearing is set for October 16, 2025 at 1:30 on Zoom. We'll keep everything in the temporary order as is, except that we're going to add on there. I might just add it to the reset order. The children are to undergo counseling, if possible, with the children's last therapist, and any uninsured costs are to be split 50-50 between the parties.
Yes.
And then, Your Honor, I guess this is more between you and Ms. San Miguel. Y'all will check about having when y'all could do the conference.
Right now, I'm going to go ahead and set it for that same date. But if I need to change, I'll let Ms. San Miguel verify that there's not something that they have to be in school for that date, or if there's any problems that date. Otherwise, I'll look at setting them up on a separate time and date.
They do
Right.
attend two different schools because of the age differences.
Right, yeah.
So I would have to probably get one or get them both at the same school,
Okay.
or have one
Okay.
done at one school. Then I can do the traveling alone. Might be easier. Like if we have a set time before, have one child
I'll
interviewed,
tell you
and then
what
I
time
can travel
what time
to
they
the
each get
school.
out of school? No one's in school after 4 o'clock, right?
Right, they get out about 3:15.
All right, then. So we start the hearing at 1:30. We could always do the hearing part, but I could always do the in-chambers part after we take a recess and then do the in-chambers part starting at 4 o'clock. Okay. Hopefully,
Okay.
I know land passes has gotten bigger as heck in the last 10 years, but hopefully you can still travel. You can still get through it in 45 minutes. Okay. So yeah.
That way I can have them come to my office, and the children, they've met at my office before, and so they can come there after school.
All right. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and I'll plan there in chambers for 4 p.m. on that same date, okay? And confirm if that'll work out, Ms. San Miguel. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else, Ms. San Miguel?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Welch?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Dietrich?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Becerra?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Sarah, I noticed you have someone there with you. Please keep in mind, you can have anybody sitting in the room with you, but they can never give you, they can't be verbal. And if they're going to act as a witness, then that will disqualify them going forward. That will disqualify them as being a witness on that date if you want to call them as a witness if they're in the same room as you are. Witnesses are not allowed to be in the same room with the litigants or the until the court okays that to be this case. That way, they can't hear what's going on during the hearing and get information that they might testify to that what really is not their information, is what someone else testified to. So again, I'm just telling you that ahead of time, but if the person sitting next to you is not going to be a witness, then ma'am, then that's fine. But they cannot talk and they cannot give you tell you questions to ask or anything like that. Understood?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, everybody. That's a wrap, and everybody's free to go. And I'll see you. I'm getting ready to go ahead and make the Zoom code for the 16th, and you'll be getting that in the reset order along as far as being able to appear on that date. And we're off the record. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right. So just saying, go. I think you had something at 1:30 that you need to go to, or
Yes, I have another hearing at 1:30, but just so you know, Judge, that is Sergio. He's my paralegal. He's just there for technical support to help Miss
Okay, I'm
Sarah
sorry. I
operate
was sure she was in your
So
office or at her house.
She's
Okay,
at my she's at my
Oh.
office, and he's just
don't
there
worry
to.
about it. Don't worry about it, Dan. I'm sorry. I thought that was she was at home, so never mind. Oh, and Miss Abigail, again, my understanding is that everything is still at the sheriff's department as far as the courtroom is concerned.
Yes, Your Honor, that's my understanding.
All right, now you've been in that courtroom.
Yes.
All right, the court has bad knees, and so that bench accessible, or am I going to look at having to doing this some other way?
It's on the first floor. And there's a ramp to get up to the sheriff's office that's flat, so you shouldn't have any issues.
Okay, how about the bench itself? That's my I got courts that you wouldn't believe how steep they don't have a ramp, and the steps are made for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in his prime. Okay,
it's very basic. It's a rolly chair with a 6-foot table is all you've got with other
okay, all right,
with
that's
little plastic chair, whatever the portable chairs as the
okay. All right, I may bring my own
for
chair.
everybody else.
But I don't have to go up the steps or anything like that once I'm in the courtroom, correct?
No, I think they might could pull you. I think from one of the offices, they might have a little more comfortable
Well, I got extra chairs.
executive chair.
I might have the deputy. I might have the deputies bring my chair in for me, but I can bring my own chair. That's not a problem. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Just needed that data. All right. Thank you. All right, everybody's free to go, and we're off the record. Sorry, folks. The judge is just trying to deal with some logistic matters, and I will see everybody on this one. And I'm getting ready to go ahead and make the Zoom code now. Thank you.
all right. And so, Mr. Dietrich, Miss Masira, you both can leave. I'm going to send a reset order through DocuSign, and it's going to include the new ruling about the counselor. We'll just basically, the prior temporary order is still in effect. This just adds it on instead of having to write an entirely new temporary order. You'll get it through DocuSign. You'll have a chance to sign. If you don't sign, it'll still be submitted. Yeah, and that's it. Have a great day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.